Hey, you guys, if you are watching the replay, thank you so much. I'll probably hop up in a second and fix the lighting. I wanted to go live to kind of talk about a lot of the questions I've been receiving about me living here in the Dominican Republic. And one of them, well, a few of them have a lot to do with colorism, racism, classism, different things like that. I wanted to come and address it because I think as of late, I've really been getting into the flow of living here. If you're just joining, welcome. Thank you so much. I'm really new to going live on YouTube, but bear with me because I recorded a video, but I said, let me come and talk to my folks live. I get a lot of questions about why did you move to the Dominican Republic? There's so much colorism, there's this, there's that. And my main answer to that is I honestly feel like the Dominican Republic chose me. I came here a couple times for a vacation. I loved it. It was a great vibe. I know a lot of expats who lived here and they loved it. They were having a great time getting acclimated to the culture. And it's just a beautiful environment. They love it, right? So lately, I've been hanging out with people who are outside of my direct friend group. I've been working in real estate. I've been meeting people from different countries, Canadians, Australians, a lot of different people, a lot of European people, and I'm hanging out with white folks pretty much. And I think that is when I first started to kind of see a little bit more of the classes, a little bit more of the colorism within people. When I'm by myself, I feel like I get treated one way um, as opposed to when I'm with people who don't look like me. And I think in the eyes, then you become what they see as a Haitian woman, maybe working for the people that they're with. What I really want to you guys is as black people, it is very, very hard to escape colorism. It is very hard to escape racism. Please tell me a place where you don't experience colorism or racism. I'll wait. But in the meantime, while you guys conjure up that list, I want to say that you can live a full and beautiful life here. I've only been here for 4 years. 4 years. Manifesting. I've only been here for 4 months, and I've experienced some not great things. But ultimately, I am having a great experience. I'm saving a ton of money. I'm able to experience the beauty of this culture. The culture, going to the beach, having a good time. I work digitally, obviously, and that's not everybody's story. Everyone's not going to have the same experience as me. You know what I mean? If you have to go out and work, it's going to be different for you. I work from home. A lot of times, I don't have to deal with people, so I know that I am blessed. That is tailoring my experience. But I wanted to come and talk to people who are letting the thought of colorism keep them from having an experience. You can't escape it. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? What I've noticed is when I first got here, I was all sunshine. I just didn't pay anything attention. I was oblivious. I was smiling at everybody. I was waving at everybody. Everybody was smiling at me. Everybody was waving at me. Beautiful experience, right? When you start to look for the microaggressions, when you start to listen for it, when you start looking at every situation and dissecting it, you're going to see more. You're going to notice more. You're going to feel more. But the fact of the matter is, like anything in life, what you focus on is what you're going to see, right? I go out, hey, hi. I don't really look for how people are receiving me. I keep my head on the swivel and I pay attention to if I think somebody has an ill intent, somebody has malice in their heart, or if somebody has some type of negative motive towards me. No, ignorance is not bliss, but sitting and focusing on every little thing is going to make you miserable. I know that there are going to be people here who are going to try to argue me about things. I don't even remember how I phrased that, but when I first got here, I simply just wasn't paying attention to anything. Not even that I was ignorant, but I wasn't going around looking for how people are looking at me, what they're saying, who's doing what, how, you know what I mean? Just like in America, there is plenty of microaggression. There's plenty of colorism. There's plenty of racism. There's plenty of raping. There's plenty of mass shooting. There's plenty of robberies. There's plenty of break-ins. There's plenty of violence. There's plenty of hatred. It's also a colonized country. So when people want me to sit and focus on negativity and report it, I don't. I've had plenty of negativity in my life. I'm here to enjoy the things that this country ticks off on the box for me. I want to live in a beautiful environment. I want to live in an environment where I can save tons of money. I want to live in an environment where I could possibly entertain the thought of buying multiple properties, not just one. I wanted to live in an environment where I was able to purchase investment properties and land. And that's what I'm here for. And I think a lot of people hear one thing and want you to go and invest in that. And I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I did film a video, but I decided not to put it up. I'm not really the type of person anymore to come on here and make some type of video and expect some type of uproar and do something. I did a video called "Don't Move to the Dominican Republic If." And I've been working in real estate and I've been working with a lot of people who seem to be nervous or weary of the country, of the locals. They want to build wealth and they want to hoard it and they want to hide it away. They want to buy land and not intertwine and not immerse themselves in the culture and not be around locals. And that's what that video was about. Somebody hopped on that video with a whole bunch of aggression and a whole bunch of confusion, loud, wrong, and dumb, and I'm not going to entertain it. And I blocked them. People are very confused. America indoctrinates you and makes you feel as though the only place you can live is America, the only place you can thrive is America, the only place you can be comfortable is America, and that's just not true. Do all countries and everywhere you go, is everything going to have a shortcoming? Yes. Am I personally going to sit around and focus on that all day? Absolutely not. Because you can, and you will be miserable, and you will notice all types of, little this, a little that, and it's annoying. I did, sorry. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm not going to be on here long because I'm not really one to be on here debating people with their opinions and stuff, especially people who don't live here. You know what I mean? Especially people who, maybe haven't left their hometown, their home country, their home state, especially people who are only around people who speak their very same language all day, every day. I'm just not going to do it. I don't have time. I'm about to go hop my ass right in the pool and mind my business. If you do hyper laser focus on the stuff, you'll notice it. You simply will. I forgot where I was going, what I was saying. I did the video and someone hopped on and kind of didn't understand where I'm coming from. I've been working in real estate. I work with people who, display microaggressions against ethnic people. And my main point of that video was to say, if you're afraid of Black people or Black culture, if you plan to come here and keep yourself in a bubble, not interact with the culture, not try to learn any of the language, you probably shouldn't come here. And if you come and you don't have a good time, like there was a girl who I guess came and she left pretty quick. If you keep yourself locked away, if you don't try to interact, if you don't, try to learn any of the language or anything like that, you probably won't have a good time. And that's really that. Whatever you experience while you're somewhere on vacation is definitely going to be different from what you experience if you live somewhere. I definitely recommend visiting a location before you decide to move there long term because it's going to be a different experience. And that's just that. I deleted that message because I don't have time. I don't have time today. I'm not going to make time. I'm not going to schedule time. I'm not going to put time in. I don't have time for random passive aggressive comments, energy online. You know what I'm saying? I was actually going to take my video down because people are dedicated to misunderstanding you a lot of the time. People want to misunderstand you. They have a thought in their head. They have a story they created. They have a narrative that they want to be true. And okay, I don't have time. So I just wanted to come and quickly talk about that. I will be sharing more on my experience living here. I'm sorry, I'm filming from my laptop. My ignorance is not the best. I'm absolutely ignoring them. You People always think that they know, that they know, that they know, and it's just like you watch the news, you talk to people who've been on vacation, you may have had some friends, what I'm saying, that came here for a couple of weeks, 20 years ago, get off it. You know what I'm saying? You can absolutely live a bright, beautiful, positive life here. You absolutely can. Can you live a bright, beautiful, positive life anywhere if all you focus on is the negativity? No. Even with my experience in LA, I talk a lot about the negative aspects of LA, but there were also positive experiences. I love the outdoor life in LA. I love the active life in LA. I love the weather, how the time gets cool at night, and you still get a little bit of that fall breeze. Of course, if I only focused on the fact that it was hyper expensive, if I only focused on the fact that implants come there and make LA stuff, if I only focused on the traffic, if I only focused on the high rent, you know what I mean? It would be one thing. You have to take the good with the bad, and you shouldn't let a pocket of bad experiences or bad energy keep you from embarking on an experience. You have one life. If you allow, like your thought process, like I don't want to go there because I don't want to experience this, you're not going to go anywhere. You can't escape racism. You can't escape colorism. And I hate when people think that they can. But, with that being said, there are things that are worse in one area versus the other. I'm living in a very dense tourist population. They focus on tourism. You know what I mean? So the class system is a little bit more prevalent. They think if you're white, you have more money. They assume if you're Haitian, you might be a worker. It is what it is in this area. There are plenty other areas in the country where you can live and have a great experience. Am I trying to sell the Dominican Republic to you guys? No. What I'm trying to sell to you guys is living your life and experiencing things outside of what you're seeing on TV. Because a lot of what you see, a lot of what you see on the news, a lot of what you read online is BS, and it's designed to keep you in line. It's designed to keep you in one spot. It's designed to keep you being a worker, being America. I chose ease. I wanted to live somewhere that my cost of living was dramatically lower. I wanted to live in a beautiful environment where I could walk to the beach. I wanted to live somewhere that offered healthy farm to table type food, tired of super crazy mega hormones and everything I eat. That's exactly all the boxes that this place ticks. And if this place becomes somewhere that I no longer enjoy, that I'm no longer growing and thriving, that I'm no longer feeling great, I'll be off on my next experience. I'm trying to instill the fact that you don't have to be stuck in one location because that is the American way. They want you to feel like you have to be born, live there, die there, or be born, work your ass off, and then retire when you're 65, enjoy 5 years of life, and die. That's not it. That's not for me. If you want to be one of these people who are hyper negative, you dwell on everything, you're looking for every little thing, you will be miserable no matter where you live. Please understand this. And I'm not going to argue with you about it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, being black is lit, but it can be exhausting. Actually, you know what? I read something that says being black is exhausting, white supremacy is exhausting, racism is exhausting, colors and all that stuff that comes with it can be tiring, and you're not going to be able to escape it. So if you find somewhere where you can go and there's no colorism, there's no racism, and there's no classism, and there's no capitalism, and there's no any other ism that can make your life miserable, you let me know. I'll pack up my 5 pieces of clothing and we'll go out there and we'll vibe and we'll chill. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that make sure it's a place that's economically sound, stable. I need to live in a beautiful, warm environment. Like, stop. There are a lot of negative stories coming out of the negative. I think is what people are reacting to. Thanks for sharing your videos of the landscape of gorgeous. You know what? People don't understand that this is a whole country. This is a whole country. I think a lot of people act like it's just one, blob on an island. Just like there's a lot of negative stories coming out of America. There's a lot of negative stories coming to Mexico. There's a lot of negative stories coming out of everywhere. There's a lot everywhere. I live in a very safe area. I live in a gated community. I live in a very tourist oriented area. Not to say that bad things can't happen here because it can and it does, but bad things happen everywhere. So I understand what people are reacting to, but I also want people to understand how many black men got shot, killed by cops, how many mass shootings, how many white kids walking into churches, shooting up schools. America's past is trash. Everywhere that has been colonized has issues. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like my main opinion. There's so many places that you can live, and every place that you live is going to have issues. I choose to look on the brighter side of things and take advantage of all the positivities. And once the negatives outweigh the positives, you have choices to make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. And if you have a problem, you can unfollow, you can unsubscribe. This is now a channel where I focus on being an expat. If you don't like that, find somewhere else to be. What are you talking about? Deleted. And that's the thing. People don't like to see black women at ease. People don't like to see black women doing things that make them happy. You don't like to see me laying next to the pool. You don't like to see me chilling and vibing on the beach. You don't, and that's okay because I know that's how you were raised, and I know you want, and I know you want to see me being a single mom with mad kids, and I know you want to see me unhappy. I know you want to see me on Section 8, but you're not going to. So go somewhere else. If you don't want to hear me talk about where I'm living, where I plan to live, out. Beat your feet. Kick rocks. Anyway, I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite things to do here on the island because it's about to be high season. We're going to have a lot of tourists. A lot of people come out here to have a good time, just like they go anywhere else. So I'm going to let you know what some of my favorite things are to especially my favorite things on a budget because there's a lot of things you can do out here that's going to cost a ton of money, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are actually pretty cheap, from food to resort day passes, visiting certain islands, and all that good stuff. I actually watch a lady called Stephanie Perry, and I think her video is called "Your Ease" or "Your Comfort" or something is not their problem. And just like John or whoever the hell that person is just said, a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't want to see you just chilling. I've gotten so many questions about when am I going to be on vacation and what am I doing and am I still working and what am I going? You don't want to see. People don't really want to see you live the soft life. Okay, they don't. They want you to grind and hustle and turn into DMX, become an old bitter maid, and then die. Fuck out of here. I love Stephanie Perry. You know what I mean? People hate to see, like, I'm not even going to go it, but if you find that you don't like what you see here anymore, please go somewhere else because my next video is going to be about the Dominican Republic as well. If you have a problem with it, go somewhere else where you don't have a problem with it. What are you talking about? Anyway, yeah, so that's that on that. I do beauty. People have a problem with what you do with beauty. People are going to constantly have a problem with what you do. There's always going to be negative around you. It's really about what you focus. And that is really it. That's pretty much the gist of my TED Talk. I did film a video, but I said, let me not film a video. Let me go live and kind of get like in depth and get kind of like live correspondence talk to you guys. It's good to get the feels and the vibe. Like I could care less what you want to see or don't want to see. If you don't want to see it, if you don't want to see me, you know what you can do. There's like a button somewhere around here. You can unsubscribe, block me if you want. To block me, you can report me, flag me if you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling very raspy. I feel like people, want to. I'm living a soft life, but I'm actually responding to somebody's comments, and it's very irritating. You can live the soft life and get irritated. You can be easygoing and still express yourself with vigor. You know what I'm saying? You could go Google that if you need to. But it's one of those things where people just don't want to see black people live, period. You know what I mean? Like no matter what you do, they're gonna have a problem. If you wear your natural hair, they're gonna have a problem. If you have a wig, they're gonna have a problem. If you love, they have a problem. If you speak up for yourself, they have a problem. Kind of like how you have a problem that I'm protecting myself against this guy. There's always gonna be a problem. And I want you guys to understand that too. If you're living in America, there's going to be things that you're going to have problem with. There's going to be microaggressions. There's going to be macroaggressions. There's going to be hardcore racism. Living in the South, in the Jim Crow South, you're going to deal with things. Like a lot of people were saying, like, if I don't like LA anymore, then why not live in the South? And I'm just like, well, I've never experienced living, but I have a lot of friends who live in the South. So I'm not really sure. But I mean, anywhere you live, there's going to be stuff. Everywhere has danger. Everywhere has racism and all that good stuff. I kind of get irritated with a lot of people's assumptions and then they create stories in their head. And it's like, child, girl. I love Meru. I love tostones. I love sancocho. I love Creole chicken, the empanadas. Honey. Thank you so much, Papa. Thank you so much, Annie. It's really cool. You can go and you can check out some of my other videos if you want to. And if you don't have to as well. I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. I know a lot of times we get used to watching people who serve us one color all day, every day, all the time. I'm an actual human being. I'm not looking to borrow favor from European fashions and cars. With me, you see what you get. It is what it is, And yeah, I experience all the feelings, all the emotions. I don't come here to fake the funk with you guys. And I know that's when a lot of you guys are used to people lighting candles and doing this very performative, way of displaying their life and creating a whole narrative that has nothing to do with what their actual life is. And that's cool too because I know that people are used to seeing falsehoods. I know that people are used to throwing the word angry around when it comes to Black women, when we speak with passion, when we speak from our heart. They want us to be a zombie and the fake, soft, easygoing. I live in person. They love to do that. They love to marginalize you and box you in and crumple you up into a little ball so you're easier to dispose of. To that, I say, sit on it and spin hard. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I don't like to see people feel like they can't do something because, XYZ is going to happen. It could happen anywhere. like, people are telling me, I love to see you living your best life. I want to see you guys living your best life. Somebody was saying that they wanted to move, but they don't work remotely and they feel kind of trapped by their job. Maybe this is your sign to start looking for remote work. Maybe this is your time to go to your job and say, hey, is there any way that I could fulfill my duties from home? Because when COVID came, a lot of companies and a lot of people, a lot of employers were able to have their employees work from home and see that it is something that's very feasible. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that can easily be done. How do I block this person? What I don't do is like what you're not gonna do is come and try to gaslight Black women. You're not gonna throw around very common phrases. You're not gonna pigeonhole. You're not going to make Black women feel here on my page. When I say Black women, I mean me. You're not gonna try to make me feel less than or belittle me for it's old, it's tired, it's passe, and you can get drugs. You can get drugs, and then I'll hop in my beautiful pool and I'll swim a couple of laps, and then I'll call my local little restaurant. I'll order some empanadas. I'll pour up a big cup of Barcelo and orange juice, and I'll cheers to your druggage. Like you're getting gassed. Like don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for a really long time, and I really don't care what anybody thinks of me at this point. It's the ultimate freedom. When you see people people, especially black people, especially women who are black, when you see them free, when you see them fully expressing themselves, it makes people uncomfortable. I know that you would probably like to see me on my way to work, but you're not going to see that. So please don't come here for that, and don't feel the need to quantify my experience or who I am by you talking to me for a few minutes and then hurling insults at me because it just shows how lame you are, And other than that, I wanted to talk to you guys. I'll probably actually say this. Hi, Miss Beauty Beans. I always feel like I say your name right. Like you call me, and I feel like I never say it right. But I'm actually going home for the holidays. I'm excited about it. I'm not interested in experiencing winter. I'm kind of like, here we go, but it'll be cool. I'm gonna go home for a couple days, and I wanted to do like some type of meet and greet or something, but I feel like everything for me, like once I'm traveling, is last minute. It's like I should have planned it. When you do a class or when you do a meet and greet, they always say 6 weeks is like the magic key. I have like 2 weeks, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my God, not even. And then tomorrow I'm going to speak to some kids in a bilingual school on online endeavors and entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see because I'm like on a block free. I want to block everybody from my page. Please don't come over here being weird. I don't want your energy around me. Dominican Republic for going on 4 months. I have friends who have lived here for years and years, and I talk to them often about different things. And what I've learned is it's really important not to box yourself in. Like every now and again, I'm in my house because I'm so used to working in the house, editing. I'll go to the pool. I'll go to the beach. I go to the local shops. I go shopping, and I may not like interact with people for a while. But there's actually a really group out here. And then I have other friends that I work with in real estate, which is why I posted that video. I feel like a lot of people come here expecting one thing, or they come here with an idea in their head. And, I kindly want to say that, if you are weary or leery of Black people, this is not going to be the country for you, no matter what color you are. There's all types of people who have aggression or who have weirdness toward, Black people. There's colorism everywhere, there's colorism everywhere, but there is colorism here. I haven't experienced it at a great length, but I will say that when you are with non-Black people, the energy is different than when you're alone or when you're with Black people. I honestly feel like I've experienced more colorism in the United States and in a different way. I love the Dominican Republic too, and I won't really let my experience be tarnished by a couple of bad experiences. I've lived in America for 30 plus years. I've gone through it all, and I just know it's inescapable. You can't escape colorism. You can't escape um, what is it? You can't escape colorism. You can't escape. What? I'm sorry. I got really confused. What is billing department update your invoice amount due? What? Who is this from? Is this a scam? Service at PayPal. No, this is not a scam. What is this? Service at PayPal. What? That's so confusing. I'm sorry. You really can't escape that kind of thing. It's pretty much everywhere. My Spanish is yeah, people are always going to be like a lot of people are just on confusing you, misunderstanding you. And back in the day, I would explain to I was blue in the face. No, that's what I meant. No, you got me wrong. No, but I meant this, and I'm trying to say that. And now I'm just like, if that's what you want to believe, then believe that. I don't have time. I've been online for so many years. I used to care what people thought about me so much. And oh my god, and this, and oh my god, and that. And get the hell out of here, please. Like, I'm not here to be like, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, and you see it all the time. And I knew that this video would bring that out, but I'm not here for it. You really can't let people steal your joy. I was speaking to my friend Bridget over at um, Ebony Ladies in the DR, and I was just talking to her because I've been working in real estate. Like I said, I live in the DR. I'm not going to stop talking about it. This channel is pretty much dedicated to that now. Some people think, oh my God, we get it. Live in the DR. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So she was just like, don't let people steal your joy. And I just found it weird because there be people looking for homes, people looking for properties, and it's like they want to buy a home or they want to buy property here, but they don't seem to like black people. And it's just like, that's weird to me. This is a very black country. I think a lot of people come here with the idea that they're just going to be around the J-Los and the Mark Anthony's and the lighter complected, Latinos and Latinas and Latina X, whatever word appeases you. I know how everybody is these days. Sometimes talking is so painful in 2022. But a lot of people want that. And it was just a really I've been working in real estate photography as well as helping with the visibility of some of the properties out here. I was actually staying in a really beautiful Airbnb on the beach, and every now and again you will encounter people who, they kind of like, and it's like, girl, if you are afraid of black people, do not move here. You're never not gonna be. You're just not. And my main um that was the main thing that I was trying to drive home, and I think that somebody wanted to confuse what I was saying with me saying that something weird like that, and that's just not the case. And I think the woman just really wanted to just confuse me. So I just blocked her and deleted the comments and just said, anyway, I have on a bathing suit and it's kind of skimpy. I don't want to keep like leaning like that, but that's okay, you guys. I just came to talk to you really quick and kind of let you know about my experiences, and I'm going to continue to do so. So if you're in um, my journey, then stay tuned. If you're interested in a day in the life kind of videos, it's very different here from America, like even down to ordering water, the way that Ubers and cab services work, the different things you can do out here for really inexpensive. I love, like, me and my friend, I feel my phone, I don't know what it is. Me and my no, oh my god, it's under my thigh. Get bent. Okay. Um, yeah, the US will, tell you stories on how every year is just terrible and the only place to live is in the US. I mean, you have to come and, you know, have an experience. Like, I don't know, you know, um, you know, mhm. um, you kind of just have to, I mean, it's hard to take advice, it's hard to take anything from like American media because it's designed to make you feel what country does America big up and celebrate and make you feel like it's safe to go there. You know what I mean? I go out and about every day. all day. And I've been out and about every day, all day in American states and have been being tossed by men and women. I have been harassed by the police. I have had my freedom taken away. I have I've been jumped. I've had my car broken into. I've gone through all types of torturous things and states. Like America is like the White House was built by slaves. So I never really fully understand what people mean when, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm having a lot of grief. Of course, they're not all great. Of course, there's like microaggressions I noticed that I thought that is not all. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. It seems like I'm missing out on calls. Somebody said something to me. My phone was buzzing. It was completely out of my leg. I didn't even feel it. I have a new phone coming. I can't wait. My phone fell completely broke, like the front and the back.